Ever wondered how to calculate the cost of a product you're making? Well, understanding the financial dynamics of your product is crucial for any business. And today, we're going to break down the process of identifying and calculating direct costs. Imagine you are a craftsman creating beautiful handmade clocks. The direct costs involved in making these clocks include raw materials, such as wood, the clock mechanism, and maybe some paint. First, we need to calculate the direct material costs. The cost of the wood per clock is 200 rupees. The clock mechanism costs 100 rupees. And if you decide to paint your clock, that's an additional 50 rupees. So, the total direct material cost per clock is 350 rupees. Next, we consider the direct labor costs. This is the cost of the time spent by the craftsman to cut, shape, assemble, and finish each clock. If the craftsman spends 2 hours on each clock and earns 300 rupees per hour, the direct labor cost per clock is 600 rupees. In addition to these costs, we have overhead costs. These include rent for the workspace, utilities, equipment maintenance, and so on. For example, if the monthly overhead expenses total 10,000 rupees and 50 clocks are produced per month, the overhead cost per clock is 200 rupees. Now we bring all these costs together to calculate the total production cost per clock. Adding up the direct material cost, direct labor cost, and overhead cost, we get a total of 1,150 rupees per clock. But we're not done yet. To ensure the business remains sustainable and profitable, we need to set a profit margin. Suppose we aim for a 30% profit margin. The final step is to set the selling price. We add the desired profit margin to the total production cost per clock. Thus, the selling price per clock equals the total production cost per clock plus 30% of the total production cost per clock. In this case, the selling price per clock is 1,495 rupees. So that's how you calculate the cost of a product you're making. It's a step-by-step process involving calculating direct material costs, direct labor costs, overhead costs, total production costs, setting a profit margin, and finally, setting the selling price. By understanding these elements, you can ensure that your business stays profitable while delivering high-quality products.